What is going on, guys? Spazmattic here, back inside Destiny, and today I'm going to be bringing you guys a video on how to get and explain to you guys on how to get the Outbreak Prime, a new exotic pulse rifle you guys can get from the Wrath of Machine raid. So I'm going to do my best to explain to you guys on how to get this weapon. If I do explain something that not as well, you guys can ask questions in the comment section down below. I'll be gladly to help you guys out and explain something better than if I didn't do it in the video or something like that. But this gun so far has been really fun to use. I love the feel of it. I'll definitely have a review on the gun in like a couple days or so, probably tomorrow maybe. But in this video, I'm going over and how to get the gun in general, how to do the hardest part to get the fourth monitor, stuff like that, and do all the SIVA engine codes and all that stuff. So I'm gonna do my best to explain all this to you guys. Like I said, if you have any trouble understanding what I'm talking about, you guys can ask questions in the comment section down below, and I'll do my best to answer those questions for you guys in the comment section down below. So to start off, to do this, you want to start off in the raid. I'm doing this from the very beginning if you're doing a fresh run, from the very beginning and doing all the monitors. So in order to do this, you have to activate all 5 monitors in the raid. So the first one is located in the Vosik area. Once you defeat him, grab your rewards, you can go to the left door. Usually we call it L2. The L2 door for the safe thing, and you look at the ceiling, there is a fan. You guys can jump up there, and back in the end of this pipe area is the first monitor. Once you reach the monitor, you guys can activate it, and once you activate it, it'll have a SIVA sign on it. One of my friends already activated in this video, but that's what it will look like once it is activated. So once you go to the second monitor in the second jumping puzzle, you want to go to the right here in this corridor, and literally my whole team is here. So one of the hidden chests here, the exotic chest, and once you before you go to that chest, you want to jump up into the pipes, and once you get up here, you want to jump on this pipe and then jump up to the next one, and down this little corridor for the pipes is the second monitor. Like I said, my friends already turned it on, but this is what it'll look like once you turn it on and activate it. So for the third monitor, it is located after the siege engine. You want to jump off the back of the siege engine in order to get this. It's in the wall there. You shoot that off and you can fall down to the side of the wall. But once you activate the monitor under here, you can jump through the little hole that opens in the middle of the railway of the siege engine. So it's down there, activate it, looks like that, and that'll be your third monitor. So for the fourth monitor, this is a little harder to explain, but this main area with the huge diamond is what you want to do. So I'm standing on one of the activation canisters you want to do. So I'll put a description in the description box down below. I'll be put a image of what canisters to stand on to activate the monitors in the server room. So once you activate the monitors, there are 2 people. The left monitor is the column and the right is the row. And they will call out numbers, which you have to do, like, come out in binary, and you have to convert the binary into decimal, and that number will be what the first person has to jump on. So go from 00 to 01 to 02 to 03, and you have to jump on each corresponding canister. So if one person says left, like the column in the row will be like 32, that person has to jump to 32. So here, I am currently jumping to 4-1. You have to count the first canister as a 0. I'm going to go to 0, 1, 2. So right now I'm standing on 4, 1. And once you stand on the right canister, it will glow up knowing that you jumped on the correct canister. Once your whole fire team sits on the correct one, the whole room will light up and the middle diamond will open up for the fourth monitor. So like I said, you want to do the conversion from binary to decimal in order to stand on the right canisters and in the columns and rows for those. So it's pretty easy to do once you get the hang of it. And like I said, I'll put a video or an image in the description box down below of which canisters to stand on for the activation of the monitors, and the columns and rows are pretty easy. Like I said, I'm standing on 4-1 right now for the beginning of this, and my friend here is jumping onto 5-3, I believe. I think that's 5-3. I can't really tell from here, but he has to jump on that, and once the canister glows up, the middle diamond part will open up for the fourth monitor. So once this thing opens, you get the fourth monitor, and it gives you a chest with a guaranteed exotic engram and that one emblem that literally everyone's wearing right now, the SIVA looking emblem as well. So that's pretty cool. That's the fourth monitor inside of this thing, and it is pretty neat to do. So it's not that hard to do. This is probably the hardest monitor to get inside of the raid. And you just want to know that the left monitor is the column and the right monitor is the row in the server room. Once those people call out the column and row, you jump onto the corresponding canister in this room we are here. So once you get that done, collect your loot, and activate that fourth monitor, and you'll be good to go. So for the final monitor, after you defeat Axis, you want to jump down underneath the boss area. At the very bottom of these stairs to the right, the 5th monitor will be there, and this will unlock all the laser grids in order to get the final chest of the raid, which holds the questline for the Outbreak Prime Pulse Rifle. So this is the first quest you want to do, and once you collect this, you want to talk to Shiro 4. You'll also get a SIVA engine, which you have to do later in this quest. So once you head back to the Iron Temple and talk to Shiro 4, he will give you the first step to getting the Outbreak Prime. And the first step to this is you have to do a Nightfall, 3 Heroic Strikes or Crucible matches. You have to do 3 public events, and you have to do 50 kills with a Pulse Rifle. So it's not too hard to do. Get a fire team of a Titan, Hunter, and a Warlock in order to complete this, and it is pretty easy to do. So once you complete that, you want to go back to the Iron Temple with your fire team, and you have to solve one of these SIVA engines for the first set of codes. So this is the one with the 3x5 SIVA engine, and for the Titan and the Warlock and Hunter, for the Titan you want to get from 350 to 250 to 300. Same thing for the Hunter and Warlock, but for the Titan you want to get 32323. For the Warlock you want 31313, and for the Hunter you want 23223. In order to do that, you want all your fire team to activate at the same time, and once that works, you'll be able to punch in your code correctly, and you'll have to go back to Shiro 4 and talk to him for the next step of the quest. So for the next part of this quest, I believe you have to go to the Plague Lands once again, do some Archon Forges, collect some fallen SIVA data, something like that, SIVA tech, and you have to complete the Sebix Perfected Strike on any difficulty. We did it on 320 and we completed it there. So once you do the 3 Archon Forges, your SIVA tech, and killing the Sebix Perfected, you'll get a SIVA module like it did there. Collect your loot, go back to the Iron Temple, and you'll be able to collect your next step to this quest. So after you kill Sebix Perfected there, completing that part of the quest, you have to go back to Shiro 4. He will give you the next step for the SIVA engine. This time it is a 4x5 grid, and this one's probably the hardest one to do. For this one, you want all 3 players should get to 340 and solve at the same time, because it all has to balance out to equal 0 for the 4x5 SIVA engine. But for the Titan, you want 42123. For the Warlock, you want 13334. And for the Hunter, you want 24414. So once you get those in the correct spots, punch them all in at the same time at the final button, punch them in at the same time, and you will be able to do the next step for the quest for the Outbreak Prime. Go back to Shiro 4, and you'll have to do the next step of the quest. So once you talk to Shiro 4, you want to talk to him, and he will give you the next part. And for this next part, a lot of people have been thinking that you have to do the whole entire raid over, but you just have to kill Splicer leaders in the raid, and you can easily just do the same boss over and over. So my fire team killed Vosik 3 times, and it still worked. We got our SIVA data things, and we were able to complete the next step of the quest by just killing Vosik 3 times instead of doing Vosik, the SIVA engine, and Axis. So you can save some time on that. We just did Vosik 3 times, and it worked just as fine. We got our SIVA collection data and stuff like that, and we finished them off there. We finished the quest for that part of the quest, and we have to solve the final part of the SIVA engine. So once you kill all 3 bosses, like I said, you have to go back to Shiro 4 once again. You will have to solve your final SIVA engine, and once you solve your final SIVA engine, you'll be able to collect your Outbreak Prime. So for the final SIVA engine, it is a 5x5, I believe. Once we get to it, it's pretty easy to do. No, it's actually it's a 5x5. It's pretty easy to do. There are no specific codes for this, but there will be a calculator in order to do this that one of the Destiny community members did, and I'll be putting that in the description box down below. So thanks to him for that. I think his name was Gerardo or something like that, but it's similar to the 4x5 engine, but there are multiple solutions. Use a calculator in order to find your solution and punch into the SIVA engine just the same time. Punch them in at the same time as your other fire team members, and you'll be able to do that. Like I said, I'll put the calculator in the description box down below, and once you do that, you'll be able to go to Shiro 4 and collect your Outbreak Prime. So it is a pretty tough quest to do. Like I said, if you guys have any questions on how to do this, be sure to comment them down below. I want to do my best so all you guys who are watching this video know how to get this weapon and everything to do inside of this quest line. But you do get the gun at 390, which is the highest weapon in the game as of now, and it looks insanely good. It has pretty good perks. I'll be going over all that stuff in a different video. I'll definitely be doing a review guide on how good this thing is inside of PvE and PvP, inside the raid and stuff like that, because this gun, I would say, it has a great feel to it. I love the look of it. It looks really cool. Probably one of my favorite weapons inside of Destiny, like one of the coolest looking ones inside of Destiny in my opinion, because I just love the look of it. And it was really fun to get. So this is easily one of the hardest and most fun quest lines I'd have to say that is inside of Destiny right now. And I had a lot of fun doing it. Like I said, if you guys have any questions, be sure to comment them down below, because I want to help you guys out in getting this weapon. And other than that, this is how you get the Outbreak Prime exotic raid pulse rifle inside of Destiny Rise of Iron. And if you guys enjoyed this video on how to get the Outbreak Prime, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later, back inside Destiny. Peace.